Now to the crisis in the Middle East. Opposition leaders in Egypt are rejecting President Mohammed Morsi's call for reconciliation. Morsi refused to compromise last night as he spoke to the nation. Earlier, Morsi got a call from President Obama after a deadly confrontation between Morsi's supporters and his opponents. Holly Williams is outside the presidential palace in Cairo.
Some people here hoped that after days of protests and bloodshed, President Morsi would make a major concession last night when he addressed the nation in an effort to restore calm. But he didn't do that, and we're now expecting more large protests here today outside the presidential palace in Cairo. Egyptian television is reporting that in the city of Alexandria there have been more violent clashes today between President Morsi's opponents and his supporters. The president's opponents are demanding that he immediately gives up all of the sweeping new powers that he gave himself 2 weeks ago. They also want him to postpone a referendum on Egypt's new constitution, which is due to take place in just over a week. Critics say that constitution doesn't protect the rights of all Egyptians. But President Morsi didn't do either of those things last night. Instead, he offered to give up just one of his new powers, a vaguely worded right to take all necessary measures to protect the country. He said he'd give up the other powers once the referendum has taken place. Also yesterday, President Obama telephoned President Morsi to express his deep concern over the violence and deaths that have occurred. He also urged President Morsi to have a dialogue with the opposition without any preconditions. For CBS This Morning, Holly Williams, Cairo.